On the last episode of Blind Date, we paired up 6 daring strangers to go on a blind date and play an intense game of truth or dare. We're talking cash app, kiss, push-ups. We all thought that Bridget and Craig had endless chemistry, but were surprised to learn that she wasn't as into Craig as it seemed. Angel and Davion got off to a rocky start, but in the end, agreed that a second date could be in their future. Unfortunately, we heard they never met up again. Mindy and Giassi hit it off the moment their blindfolds were removed. You'd think they'd known each other for years, but in the end, added each other on IG and chose to keep it in the friend zone. On this episode of Blind Date, we asked 3 people to tell us their secret crushes. Our first date, Dimitri, submitted 3 crushes, one of which being Anisha, a girl from his church who he's had his eyes on for quite some time. Then we have Amber, who ran into an old friend at the grocery store. Let's just say the glow-up is real. Last, we have Michael, who once attempted things with his crush Chantal, but things didn't quite end the way he wanted and is wanting a second chance. This is Blind Date.
What's up?
What the heck?
What's going on here?
Hi, Toa.
Oh!
So we know each other since high school.
Yeah.
But she was older than me.
I had a feeling it might have been you, honestly.
Man, was the last time I saw you?
Like 2 years ago?
Man, I thought I haven't seen you since like 2009. Oh,
Yeah, bumped into you.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how single are you? 10.
I mean, yeah, how are you in the middle? It's like, it's 1 or 10, ain't it?
So what are you, 1 or 10?
10.
When was the last time I scored? Well, what does that mean though? Like,
so, home run?
Last week. I've been busy.
a week is a long time.
Can be.
Got it. Probably New Year's? Yeah, I think I was a little tipsy. So I'm gonna go with New Year's. You know, last week.
Yeah.
You've been busy?
Yeah, I've been
That's
busy.
a long time.
With school.
Yeah, mine would have to be in like February.
Valentine's.
No, actually, it wasn't even Valentine's. It was like a drunken moment. Total regrets right after, right?
Give your date 3 life updates that you think will surprise them. I became a plus-size model. You haven't seen me since then. I was married to one of our friends' friend.
I kind of want to know now.
Yeah. I don't have any children.
Okay, cheers to that.
Right?
No kids.
No kids.
How important is religion in a relationship? Religion is very important in a relationship because it's important for me to be with a man that knows God, and just loves his people and like wants to be a good person. If you don't understand me spiritually, it's going to be really hard for you to understand me at all.
Ooh, what are your concerns about interracial dating? You know what, that's a good one. I don't really have concerns because I feel like in the next probably like, what 40 to maybe 100 years, I feel like the planet's all gonna be like pretty much biracial.
Like I have like a very traditional family, so for them, it's kind of a big deal, but I feel like me and my cousins, we've been able to kind of step out of that and start to bring that to like a normality. There shouldn't even be that kind of idea of like interracial dating. It should just be like dating in general.
Have you ever cheated on someone you loved? If so, why? Not physically, no.
But mentally,
Yeah, I was emotionally like checked out.
does the mental still count?
I don't think so because you don't do anything. Do you think it does?
I feel like once you're like emotionally there with somebody, then
Kind of.
yeah, because then you're giving that like piece of you.
How important is money in a relationship? Shoot, I think it's really important, honestly. My thing, no less than 6 figures. My mom, she's never made none less than 6 figures as long as I've known. Growing up with that influenced me. So if I have daughters in the future, like I want them to look up to a strong woman figure.
So I'm Sri Lankan, you know this. It's kind of traditional for like women to cook and clean at home and for the men to go out and make the money, whatever, da-da-da. Sometimes a man will think that because he's the one paying for everything that he could do whatever he wants to do. So having your independence is always important to me.
How often do you wonder how things would have ended up if you would have continued dating? Oh God. I feel like a lot of it I was in my head about, and I think you know that.
Yeah.
Maybe if I would have just listened, been a little bit more open-minded, I feel like we could have gone like a bit far.
if it's meant to be, it always will come back. If it is meant to be. If it's not meant to be, then, you know, it's just not gonna happen. You just keep on going, right? So,
Yeah.
let your date choose your dare.
Oh God.
Make it a good one.
I have no idea.
Take this to the head right now.
What is it?
I have no idea.
Drink this entire thing in one sip.
How about you tell me one of your like most embarrassing moments when you were like in elementary school?
Ooh.
Do I have to drink it all?
We gotta do it all. At least half.
Nice half.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah. That's a little strong.
I did some research on like how to ask a girl for a Valentine. I freaking bought like 10 roses out of my allowance, right? Then bought like a box of chocolates. I come to school with like a speaker and I asked her to be my Valentine for her to only be like, no. It was the worst thing I could have ever done.
God.
I'm definitely gonna have to drink out of that one.
Why did you and your ex break up? Because he was cheating on me with multiple different people. So,
Sorry to hear that.
you know, it's
Yeah.
okay.
He was abusive.
Oh,
So yeah, had to.
ooh. I got a little real right
Yeah.
there.
He
A
was
little real right
abusive.
there. I'm glad you got out of that. That's,
Yeah.
whew. So how do you feel like coming out of that and meeting other people? Does it kind of like
Does it like give me
PTSD
trauma?
or like,
Yeah.
do you kind of like see a flag and you're like, oh no, I'm not even.
I think it made me have better standards because now I know the red flags, but I kind of do have a little bit of trauma around it. I know when I see a certain sign just to go on about my business.
What are your hesitations with your dates? I think I'm kind of scared if we try again, where's that gonna lead? It's kind of like going into the ocean, but like,
I mean, shoot, when we started, it was like the pandemic. So now we're kind of
that's
like
true. That's
out of
true.
the pandemic. Who knows? I mean, it could be something positive. You just never know. I mean, till you take that step, I guess. But yeah.
Are you ready for a committed relationship? Why or why not?
Good question.
That's a great question. I feel like my hesitation is me not being ready for a committed relationship just yet. It's just super important for me to kind of have myself just like established. My goals are pretty big, so I can't just have someone around that might distract me.
I mean, you never know until you kind of like get there and then you kind of know. But mentally, I feel like I'm there, like only because like everything in my life just keeps going up. Because you can't just jump into a relationship when your life is chaotic. I can't do that because then you're trying to fight things on both fronts and then you may, you know, hurt the person in the process. So
See, that's where I feel like I'm like the opposite, and I'm like, I want to go to law school, and I just moved out where it's chaotic, but I'm like, let it be chaotic. It's more fun like that.
yeah.
What does dating mean to you, and how many people are you currently dating? Dating to me is dating one person,
Okay.
getting to know them. You know, especially with life, we're all busy, so we getting grown, so we ain't got time for all that.
Right.
And how many people are you currently dating? Zero.
Zero?
Zero right now.
That's good. I like that answer.
If I'm going on dates, that's what being single is to me.
Yeah.
I can go on 5 dates with somebody, but we're not dating.
Okay, so you said 5 dates. So like, would the girl know that it's not dating?
I don't think she would know unless we had a like conversation. You know what I mean? Essentially, like, yeah, I'm not sure. Cause like at the end of the day, like, fuck, we go on 5 dates. Like, am I the only one you're seeing? Am I the only one you're talking to?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, that's valid.
Currently, I'm dating nobody. I'm dating school and myself.
Rate your date on a scale of 1 to 10. I like the fit, I do.
Yeah.
So,
Styled by Fashion Nova.
9.5.
What's the 0.5 off for?
I don't know if anybody's a 10.
I'm gonna give you like a 9. A 9.
You got a nice smile. You got a nice skin. You take care of yourself. You know how to dress.
Give your date 3 compliments.
You're very goal oriented. That's a huge compliment. I feel like you'll do anything for your family. So that shows like, you know, how loyal you are.
Yeah.
And then your sense of style. Like you're always stylish no matter what. So
I love your tattoos.
Thank you.
You're beautiful to me.
Thank
and
you.
I love that you're Samoan and black.
Oh, thank you.
That's all
Yeah.
great.
Appreciate that.
So I admire your drive, and I definitely love that you're in the medical fields because I love medicine. I love the way you dress.
Remove an article of clothing above the waist. Let your date choose what. So what do I have to remove?
Your shirt. look bomb.
All right, we're here. Now I'm really at the beach.
You look good.
Appreciate
You
you.
look really good.
Thank you, thank you.
Kiss your date.
On the cheek?
I think I just have to do it.
I think you just gotta do it.
Yeah.
Alright. That was so bad.
Look at,
Is it on me?
yeah.
Do it. Dang.
Let your date choose your truth. I'm just getting hit left and right today.
So what did you think about me when we were younger? Like when you was coming over my house?
Honestly, I didn't like know you too well.
Mm-hmm.
I think I like talked to you a couple times, but you know, I was
Yeah.
young, just
Young.
you know, with the crew and everything. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it was nothing bad. It's just
Nothing
like, oh, you know, we're at
crazy.
Amber's house throwing a party.
Yeah.
Pretty much it.
What will it take to make things official between you and your date? I feel like it would just take time because you can't just rush into things, right? So
No.
I feel like it would just take more time and like growing together versus like just, oh, let's just go ahead and rush into things.
If we were to restart now, it'd just be like starting anew.
Yeah.
We wrapped up the date. I say it went pretty good. I mean, it went as good as it was gonna go. You know what I mean?
It was amazing. The first blind date I've ever done.
She got the real me, and she was still messing with the kid. Set up a second date on the spot, so we're gonna see how it goes.
Would I go on another date with Chantel? I probably would. There's still some chemistry there with her. I do want to see kind of where it goes.
Honestly feel like it was something we needed to kind of have. It felt like some kind of closure in a way. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and let him make the first move.
I think he was really shocked that, you know, it was me. Just to see him face to face, I just thought he was so fine.
It actually turned out pretty great. So I'm comfortable and, you know, I am down to go on a second date.
I would go on a date with him for sure.